Alright guys, I'm gonna try this a little bit differently than what I have been doing, because we're, again, it's a real intense understanding that I've got coming through, and I'm trying to get word and comfort and a perspective to people out there that need it. But man, guys, this is a lot. And what happened is, again, and this is the third day, I've been kind of ignoring it, but I got a direct and specific feedback again on some of the things that I talked about last time. And so I want to touch on those things because it hasn't cleared up for some of us, okay? And interestingly, the feedback that I got is from a guy that is, man, he's going forward, and it's a beautiful thing to see, man. He's doing it. He's being a beast, and he's getting things going forward in his own right. Beautiful thing to see, man. And some of us, though, still feel like nothing's moving forward, man. Okay. So let me put it in a little bit of perspective. All right. Here's the thing, because sometimes, man, you just remember me saying the other day. That's what I say. Sometimes you just got to click them down. Okay. Some of us, that's what we're doing, man. We're just gonna click them down, man. Okay, I don't know how many of you have driven far. Okay, this is where we're gonna start. Driving, and I've made some long trips, guys. All right. And you got 5 or 6 hours in front of you. And you pass a sign that says X amount of miles to wherever it is that you're going. Oh, great, fantastic. You know, Austin, 400 miles. Well, you know, at 80 miles an hour, you got 6 hours to go. 5 hours to go. Well, I guarantee you it's going to be more than that. Okay. It's Austin, so there you go. Now, when I pass the sign, and I drive an hour, and I don't see another sign, just a lot of traffic and a lot of mess and chaos and everything, but I don't see another sign that says Austin. But I know I didn't turn off the road, okay? Do I stop right there and say, oh God, it's not, you know, I'm not there yet. What happened? Okay, same kind of thing in life when we're kind of in this holding pattern and we're kind of waiting for things to happen or waiting to hear kind of some kind of something. Sometimes you're just clicking down the time, man, because stuff has to fall into place, okay? So in the same way that you, without any other indicators, okay, see, you just keep going. And sometimes it's going to take longer. I'm going to tell you a little story real quick. I'm not sure how long this recording lasts on here. I'm just going to try to set minutes, I guess. I'm going to try to get it all said and done in that amount of time. Okay, there was a time I was coming back. This is before I moved to Texas, right? But I made a lot of trips down here by myself, and it's between 24 and 26 hour drive, and I would do that in one shot, okay? And if you've never done it, it can be a press at times, man. It just depends on where you're at. I wasn't in the best of health, so I'm amazed. I look back now and I'm amazed that I did it. Okay, so from one of the excursions down here to Texas, I'm checking stuff out, and then I am on my way back home, right? I'm going back to Illinois. That's where we lived. So after between 24, 26 hours, I'm not really sure, I'm pulling into Effingham, okay? It's about 3 o'clock in the morning, starts snowing, right? It's amazing. 3 o'clock in the morning, so nobody is on the highway. It's on Highway 57 in Illinois. Some of you will know it. It starts snowing, and it's so beautiful, man. Nobody's been on the road but me. It's just me. But I have complete, supreme confidence that where I'm going is where I'm going to get to because I'm on that road. But it was so beautiful, I actually stopped and pulled the van over because I'm looking behind me and there's not even another set of tracks on the highway. This is a major thoroughfare, major highway in the United States. Only me. And then you got my footprints right in the snow on the highway, man. It was beautiful. 3 o'clock in the morning, dead silent. It was amazing. Okay, what I didn't know was what should be an easy 3 hour straight shot through, normally it is, I mean, here's the thing. Dixieland Truck Stop, the best coffee I have ever had in the world is right there. I didn't even stop because I'm like, I'm almost home. I would always stop Dixieland Truck Stop at Effingham, Illinois, but I didn't. I thought, wow, I'm so close to home, man, and it's snowing. I better get on the road. I better get going. Okay, so I jump back in the van and I take off. And what should have been a 3-hour straight shot turned into 8.5 hours of fucking pain and misery, bro. Let me tell you what. Oh man. So if you haven't driven for somewhere along the line is somewhere between 32, 34, 36 hours straight to a nightmarish snowstorm blizzard that turned into, when I creeped into the town we lived in, I was having to go in a range of maybe 12 miles an hour, me and everybody else, and I had driven for close to 34, 36 hours straight by myself. Okay. And what I'm telling you is, during those times, we don't know that that's what's coming, and we don't know what we got in us until you do it, okay? And what I'm telling you is, this may be one of those times in your lives right now, man. It is taking a little bit longer to get where you thought you were going. You're not getting the indications that you hoped that you would get. You're not seeing the signs, maybe. You need to learn how to have faith in the process and get through the nothing, man. We're going to go through the never right now, okay? This is a test of your faith and your process, and it's an exercise in your fortitude, because, did I stop anywhere north of Effingham on my way home and just say, I give up, I can't, I'm never going to make it home, it's not working, because I didn't see a sign that said, my town? No. For what, I would have liked to probably pull over and go to sleep at a couple of different times. I probably would have. But here's the thing, I'm in a blizzard. It's freezing cold. I can't stop at that point. And plus I keep telling myself 2.5 hours from home. Well, I didn't know I'm 6 hours from home, right? So sometimes in our ignorance is bliss. We keep going. Do that thing right now, okay? Do that thing and trust it, and know that you're okay. Okay? Know that you're all right. Now, I got 2 different directions that I want to hit on real quick. One of which is one of the things that we see happening in our rearview mirrors. Man, you guys, I know it. The changes are happening, and all you're really seeing is you are moving forward. It doesn't seem like it, but you are. You're seeing people fall away, man. You're seeing opportunities fall away. You're seeing jobs. You're seeing relationships fall away, and that seems to be like all that you're seeing, okay, right? And that's hurting you and up. That's making this trip feel very, very painful, especially when you don't have anything, you don't know where the end of this thing is, right? I'm with you, man. I'm with you. So I'm going to give you some stuff to chew on for a minute. Some top-notch stuff right now, okay? To help with that a little bit while we're traveling. One of the things that I want you to consider is you're seeing these people fall away, and that feels like hurt, because on some level it kind of triggers a feeling of that we didn't do something right, that we're not somehow good enough, or you see that these are the things. Why are they leaving me? Okay, the thing of it is you're leaving them, okay? And another thing that I want you to consider, this is some top-end stuff right here. Did you ever think that person, that position, that location has got its own independent life of you, and they've got things that they've got to do as well, and wherever it is that they're going that is not with you the way that you wanted. I understand that we wanted. I understand that you didn't get the position that you wanted. You didn't hear from him or her anymore. Okay, consider this. Okay, just think about it. Wherever it is that they went to, whoever it is that they hired instead of you, whatever it is, they need them more than they need you. Okay, somebody out there needs this person, this experience, this position, this location. They got to go do their work because that other situation needs them more than you do. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Try to understand that what this means is you're doing okay. You're all right without them, without that situation, without that premise, without that location or occupation, okay? And it's easiest to put in the context of a person, but put it in the context that makes sense to you, because we're losing jobs, we're losing locations, we're moving, okay? And some things seem like they're not working out. What I'm trying to say is, wherever direction that's going, they need them more than you do. Okay? So don't let that feel like they turned you down. Don't let that feel like they rejected you on some basis that now you'll search for what you did wrong, or why you weren't good enough, or what do they have that I don't have. What they have is a need greater than you do. Okay? Don't let that feel like a letdown. Don't let that feel like envy or jealousy. Let that feel like compassion on that other that has a need so great. Okay? Can you be the bigger man and allow that to happen? Can you take those things as what they are and not make a mess of yourself out of it? Can you be brave enough to do that and say there's a greater purpose behind all of this? Because not only do they have a thing and a mission and a thing that they need to do in their life with people, situation, job, location that needs them more than I do, and have compassion on those that have a greater need than you, but now I understand that then that means that I've got something that I am supposed to be doing myself. Apart from that, I have greater need of me than I do of that situation as well, or that person, or that location. Okay? It's not a turn down. It's not a setback. It's a set up for you to turn into yourself and get real with yourself and start looking about what that it is that might be. Okay? And these are the things I want you to think about while we're clicking down these hours, man. And I'm going to probably try to get on a live stream tonight. We're just going to open it up, man. We're going to click it down together. Because I'm going to tell you what, sacrifices that you make, all these kinds of things, struggles that you do, making things happen, forcing your will, all these things are difficult. Like, I had to force myself to continue to drive from Effingham to my town. In some ways, those are easier than anything. There's no focus or specific direction, man. We're just clicking it down. Struggling against that nothing, in some ways, is the hardest thing we do. Okay? So I'm with you through it, and sometimes we just got to wait it out, because things are falling into place for you. Changes are happening to you. Changes are happening in other places in the world. Things are falling into place. You got to understand that this stuff is going on behind the scenes, whether you recognize it or not. And what your job is, put your head down and keep going. Now is not the time for you to give up, man, because now is the time for you to be pulling back all of that, focusing it on yourself, and getting where you're going. You may not see another sign for a long, long time. This is a test of your fortitude. Literally, your faith right now in your process is being tested. This is a test of your fortitude, you understand? Now, if you stop on the side of the road and you're going to cry right there and fall apart, that tells you right there you don't have the chutzpah. You don't have the balls to handle the situation, and you're going to stop there, and you're going to do whatever it is you do until you pull your big girl panties on and get on with it, okay? Right now it's a test of your fortitude. Understand, can you stand it? Can you submit yourself to not knowing and keep going? Having faith in a thing in a place that you cannot see, man. Even when it gets risky, because I'm going to tell you, there was a blizzard, it was a whiteout conditions, I'm driving. I cannot see anything. But I know where the road, I got a general idea, and I can tell